Travel is changing fast, and if you don't know what's happening right now, you could show up at the airport completely unprepared. We're talking denied boarding, missed connections, surprise fees, and passport problems that nobody warned you about. So today, we're breaking down every single new rule that kicked in starting January 2026, what they actually mean for you, and exactly how to stay ahead of everyone else in that security line. Let's start with the biggest question people are asking right now. Is your ID even valid anymore? Here's the deal. The Real ID deadline already passed on May 7th, 2025. That means if your driver's license doesn't have that little gold star or golden circle in the corner, it is no longer accepted for domestic flights. You will need your passport just to fly within the United States. A lot of people still don't know this. Check your wallet right now, because finding out at the check-in counter is a terrible way to start any trip. Now here's where things get interesting. The TSA has officially started accepting mobile driver's licenses stored in Apple Wallet and Google Wallet at select airports and checkpoints. That sounds like a huge upgrade, and it is, but with a massive catch. Not every airport has the scanners to read them yet. Some TSA agents will just wave you back in line if the system doesn't cooperate. So the rule here is simple. Always carry a physical ID as backup. The digital version is a convenience tool, not a replacement. Not yet, anyway. Speaking of going digital, the United States is actively testing what's being called the Digital Travel Credential. Imagine boarding a flight with just your face and your phone. No paper boarding pass, no plastic passport. This is already in trials at airports in Atlanta, Dallas, and Los Angeles. Major airlines and international aviation organizations are involved. But, and this is important, we're not fully there yet. Keep your physical passport with you. It remains your most reliable travel document through all of 2026. Now let's talk about a rule that the internet keeps insisting is dead, but absolutely is not. The 311 liquids rule is still completely in effect. Containers must be 3.4 ounces or under, all fitting inside one clear quart-size bag, pulled out at the security checkpoint. What has changed is the technology behind the screening process. Several major airports, including Chicago O'Hare, Dallas-Fort Worth, and Miami International, now use computed tomography scanners that create three-dimensional images of your bag. Where those CT scanners exist, you may be able to leave your laptop and liquids inside your bag. But if you're traveling through smaller regional airports, assume nothing has changed and pack accordingly. Getting this wrong means repacking your entire bag in the security lane while everyone stares at you. Also happening in 2026, airlines are quietly getting stricter about carry-on bag dimensions and fees. Southwest notably began restructuring their baggage policies this year. The takeaway is simple: measure and weigh your bags before leaving home. Getting charged $75 at the gate for an oversized bag is completely avoidable. Now, if Europe is on your travel list for 2026, you need to understand two systems that are changing everything about entering the continent. The first is the Entry-Exit System, commonly called EES, which officially launched in October 2025 and becomes fully mandatory by April 10th, 2026. Every time you cross into or out of the Schengen zone, which covers the majority of European countries, your photograph and fingerprints will be recorded in a digital database. First-time registration takes a few extra minutes at an automated border gate. If you have connecting flights in Europe, build in significantly more buffer time between your arrival and your next departure. The second system is ETS, Europe's new online travel authorization requirement, launching in late 2026. Similar to how Americans use ESTA to enter certain countries, European visitors from the US will need to apply and receive approval before boarding their flight. The fee is roughly €7 and the process is quick, but if you forget to do it, you simply won't be allowed to board. Add this to your pre-travel checklist now so it doesn't catch you off guard. Let's talk money, because 2026 brought some financial changes that affect your wallet directly. Starting April 1st, 2026, the United Kingdom increased its air passenger duty, meaning flights departing from UK airports are more expensive, particularly in premium cabins. You'll likely see fuel surcharge increases bleeding into ticket prices across multiple airlines worldwide as a ripple effect. Here's the good news on that front. The U.S. Department of Transportation now requires airlines to issue automatic refunds when they cancel or significantly delay your flight. No more waiting on hold for hours just to ask for your own money back. This also applies to paid extras like seat upgrades or onboard Wi-Fi that the airline failed to deliver. The key is keeping documentation. Screenshot your delay notifications, save your receipts, and if your flight is canceled overnight, immediately ask gate staff about hotel and meal vouchers because airlines are now required to offer them for qualifying situations. For people who travel internationally with any regularity, the Mobile Passport Control app is completely free and accepted at over 50 US airports. It lets you submit your customs arrival information before you reach the officer, dramatically cutting down your wait time. Global entry remains the gold standard if you travel internationally more than twice a year. Clear Plus is expanding rapidly, but remember it only speeds up the identity verification portion, not the actual security screening. Combine Clear with TSA, pre-check, and you're moving through airports at a completely different speed than everyone else. Finally, facial recognition boarding gates are now the standard at most major U.S. international terminals, not the exception. By the end of 2026, walking through a scanner with your face will replace handing over a boarding pass at the majority of international departure gates. If this concerns you for privacy reasons, you have the absolute right to opt out. Just tell the gate agent you prefer manual processing and they will handle it. So here's your 2026 travel checklist before any flight. Confirm your license has the real ID star or bring your passport for domestic travel. Know whether your airport supports digital ID before relying on it. Assume the liquids rule applies unless you can confirm CT scanning at your specific airport. Check that your carry-on meets current airline dimension requirements. If you're flying to Europe after April, understand the EES biometric process and apply for ETS before your trip. Save every receipt and delay notification in case you need to claim a refund. Enroll in Mobile Passport Control or Global Entry if international travel is part of your regular routine. Travel in 2026 is genuinely becoming smoother and faster for people who prepare. But the gap between prepared travelers and unprepared ones has never been wider. The people who breeze through security and customs aren't lucky. They just did 5 minutes of homework before heading to the airport. Now you've done yours. If this helped you, share it with someone who still argues with the TSA about their water bottle. I know travel keeps getting more complicated, but that's exactly why this channel exists. To keep you informed so you can travel smarter, not harder. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future updates. I'm constantly monitoring travel changes and sharing them here first. And seriously, drop a comment below with any questions or your own experiences with these new rules. I read every single comment and I'll answer as many as I can. Safe travels, everyone. I'll see you in the next one.